Hey, what's up everybody? This is Ben with Ironclad Restoration Marketing, and today I'm going to walk you through 4 of the top ranking factors for search engines in 2021, and we're specifically going to concentrate on what Google's looking for and the top 4 reasons. Now, we know there's over 200 ranking factors in there, but these 4 factors are things that you can control and help your business climb to the top of search engine results. So, number 1, as it's always been, content is king. Google loves fresh content. We talk about this all the time. I've run a countless amount of webinars on this. But you need to be adding fresh content to your website because Google's looking for that. So not only are you going to have Google crawl your website more often by adding content more frequently, but you're also going to help get that intent search. So Google's AI that is looking for intent when a user queries something, your content being quality content is going to help you match those search queries, which is going to help your business climb into search engine ranking. So you want to add quality content on a regular basis. And as I mentioned, one of the best ways to do that and the easiest ways is the blog. You should be blogging monthly. Start with your frequently asked questions. Start putting yourself in the shoes of the person that you want to actually do business with, and what are the types of things that they may be searching for online when it comes to property damage. So that all lends into keeping the search intent in mind. You should be at least on a minimum basis blogging once a month, getting in there, changing up your services, and just adding fresh content to there is always the best bet and is the number 1 ranking factor. Next thing we're going to look at is backlinks. Backlinks are links from high authority or low authority sites that point back to your website. So that's something that any SEO agency, or if you have an in-house team, should be doing on a regular basis, is building up that backlink portfolio, which leads to the overall authority of your domain name. So some of the low-hanging fruit that you can kind of grab a hold of right now to help boost the authority of your website is claiming your social media profiles and making sure that your name, address, and phone number is consistent from your website to those social profiles. I mean, even starting a Pinterest, YouTube, as many different websites as you can get your business like a directory registration on is going to be beneficial for you. Another thing you can do is make sure you're joining your industry associations. You know, if you have an IICRC membership or an RIA membership, they're going to have a link to your website on your business profile, which helps boost your domain's authority. Okay, especially in that industry because they are an industry association, so it goes a long way. So you definitely want to forge those relationships, and on a minimum level, at least have a business profile, and it's definitely worth any kind of membership fees that are associated with it. Okay, and there's a lot of other things you can do to help build backlinks. There's a lot of maybe outside the box things you may have not thought about, and I will follow up on this with another video here pretty soon because we got some really cool ideas to help get you guys ranked in your local area a little bit better. Now, the 4th thing and the final thing is relatively new, and that's page speed and UX. So since May of this year, Google's put a lot of weight on how fast your website is, and actually they're judging user experience. So they're looking for websites that load quickly, which goes back to your hosting and your server. We actually have a partnership with a hosting company that has optimized hosting for SEO. So we like to push all of our clients onto that because it just makes all of the content and everything that we're putting out there go that much better. And in this microwave society we live in, people don't want to wait for anything to load. I mean, I think if it takes more than a couple seconds, they're bouncing off right away. So you definitely want to have your page speed under control. Now, UX, the user experience, it's a little more objective, but essentially at the end of the day, Google is looking for your site to match intent and be able to read properly. So their AI is going to, when they crawl your site, they're going to look for that. Is your page structured properly? Is the main idea of the page prominent? Do you have the proper H1 tags? Do you have the proper headers? Do you have the proper text content? Is it easy to read? Could a 5th grader look at your website, look away, and tell his parents what you do? Google's kind of looking for that stuff. At the end of the day, it's all about their user base. So they don't want their user base to have to do any extra work digging and looking for information. Now, not only is that important on the Google side, but from a conversion standpoint, you don't want potential clients having to dig through your site to find what they're looking for, whether that be your phone number and having that clickable phone number there, or a list of your services there, or the right amount of content. Not only from the conversion standpoint, but for Google's standpoint, it's important and it's really weighing heavily on your ranking factor. So You should look into your hosting solution. You should check out Google Page Speed Insights. Put your URL in there and see how fast you can get your site. Here's an example of a client. We made this funny picture for a video I did a while back when the algorithm update was coming out. But this is one of our clients. We just built the site, and as soon as we built the site, we haven't done any page speed optimization or anything like that. And so we tested it out, and they got it ranked about a 17, which is terrible, obviously. And this is out of 100. After we did move them over to our hosting, our SEO optimized hosting, and we went through and did our page speed, worked on the UX a little bit on this new website, we got them up to a 98, which is about as good as you can get. You're going to see some disparity, and this is just from personal experience. You may want to test your site over an average of 2 weeks and kind of get that average number, but if you're already starting in the red, you've got a lot of work to do. But the cool thing about Page Speed Insights is it's going to tell you what you need to do to fix it. 9 times out of 10, the big one is going to be server. How long does it take your site to load? What's that first byte? What's the time to interact? And they also are going to give you a metric on mobile. And you're going to want to you're not going to want to neglect mobile or desktop. And if I had to choose one, I would get your mobile site healthy first. Like, if I would prioritize that, because the lion's share of traffic is coming from mobile devices, especially from search engines. And you don't want to make them work. You have these leads, you know how competitive your industry is, so you don't want the next guy to pick somebody up because your site is loading slower and they can't click a phone to call you. So go out and check these 4 things out. You're going to want to make sure you're updating your content regularly. You're going to want to make sure your content is matching search intent. That's number 2. You want to make sure you're steadily and consistently building a backlink portfolio to boost your domain authority, and work on your page speed and user experience. Now, that's just 4 ranking factors out of the 200, but those are 4, like I mentioned before, that are very easily controlled by you. If you just take the time to do some research or watch some of our videos, we'll actually walk you through how to do it. My name is Ben with Ironclad Restoration Marketing, and I help restoration business owners get more sales by getting their internet marketing right. We'll talk to you soon.